What's up, my dear boys and girls? It's your Ranger Boy here, and welcome! What the fuck? Kapu-Kokeko?
You're about to review my episode. Can I do something for you to get an awesome and honest review from you?
I can't promise you a good review, but I will be as honest as possible.
Thank you. So, what is your wish?
You know, deep down my heart there's just one thing I desire.
You mean Serena coming back?
Okay, two things. But the Serena return should happen during season 2, you know. So no need to rush. The other girls need their time to shine.
Oh, how generous of you. So, what is your other wish?
Come on, Tapu, you know.
Oh, how rude of me. Okay. Oh, pie!
Thank you, my lord. Thank you, I was waiting for this for so long.
So, I did my part of the deal. Now tell me, how was my episode? Fantastic, right?
You know, your battle was awesome, but to be honest, you reused a lot of concepts and the battle itself was just a little bit too obvious from the very beginning of the episode. Tapu?
How dare you say that? You will pay!
No! No! Don't take him away! Please!
You shall forever be punished with this ash instead. I shall now leave you with this misery.
No, wait! My lord, wait! No! You asshole!
Pokemon Ranger! I choose you!
What's up, my dear boys and girls, it's your girl Serena here, and welcome to another review of the Pokemon Sun and Moon anime. Today, we will tackle episode 19, Intense Electrifying Training, Rematch with Kapu-Kokeko. So, without any more hesitation, let's get right... No! I can't do that! Long, get your ass here immediately! I'm supposed to be a cute side character who's charming and savage at the same time. I can't be in the spotlight!
Okay, so the episode starts.
More motivation, please.
So the episode starts.
More motivation.
So the episode starts with Rockruff's first ever official match together with Ash against a generic trainer and his Mudbray. And although Ash has the type disadvantage, it doesn't matter since one Z-move and his opponent got one shot. After this wonderful Z-move display, Kukui tells Ash that the stronger the trainer gets, the stronger the Z-move will be as well. And of course Ash wants to get stronger since he wants to challenge Kapu-Kokeko once again to show how much Ash has improved since the last time. But just like always, Ash only wants to battle Kapu-Kokeko without coming up with any strategy, until Sophocles intervenes since he is an expert in electric type Pokemon and therefore he invites Ash to his home. An electric type expert, huh? Reminds me of a certain someone. Anyway, Ash and Sophocles finally arrive at his home, and the first thing our clumsy main protagonist does is to adapt to the environment by eating so many malasadas until he reached the same size as Sophocles' whole family. But with that effort in mind, he totally forgot about his actual purpose, which was to find out a strategy against Kapu-Kokeko. And therefore, they're heading to Sophocles' lab, and both Sophocles and Rotom are talking about how to handle Kapu-Kokeko's electric field, with Ash's other Pokemon, Rowlet and Rockruff, if those two would even matter in this episode. Strategy here, data there. But because he has an attention span of a 5-year-old, Ash doesn't give a shit and rather pays attention on messing around with dangerous inventions who are causing a lot of pain until he finds something fun to watch. And our obvious Clement copy finally finds a way to train Ash by treating him like a hamster. But the most archaic way is the best way, since it seems to push Ash and Pikachu, and only Ash and Pikachu, even further beyond! Until just like Goku, they start to glow heavy until everything explodes. And after all the data, Sophocles comes to the conclusion that Ash should rather rely on training his body rather than training his mind and working on a strategy. So basically the most obvious thing, and in the end, the whole Sophocles segment was useless slice of life. Thank you, Pokemon. Luckily, before entering even more slice of life BS, Kapu-Kokeko appears and demands to only battle against Pikachu, since both Rowlet and Rockruff are not worthy to challenge it for now. Oh, poor Rockruff. And of course Rowlet. And before the battle even starts, Lily asks Lana why Kapu-Kokeko only appears if Ash is nearby.
Because I only want that booty. The rest of you are rather flat. Although the tank girl seems to be rather thick as well. But I prefer the little boys. Sorry.
While Lana thinks that this battle will finally decide a winner. Bullshit, Lana, we all know what the outcome will be. So the battle begins and the guardian deity starts with electric terrain. And even though it's able to dodge Pikachu's first 2 attacks, in the end it wasn't able to keep up with Pikachu's trademark speed and got hit directly by his Iron Tail. Who gives a fuck about strategy as long as you are Ash and Pikachu? But sadly, speed is not enough to overcome the Tapu, since it was able to quickly adapt to the speed and successfully counters with its powerful Nature's Madness attack, followed up by a discharge attack, and the only reason why the audience didn't get roasted just like Pikachu was thanks to Togedemaru. Thanks, little buddy. Keep on being the useful part of Sophocles. So blah blah blah, yada yada yada, Crystal starts glowing, Ash used Z-move, Kapu-Kokeko gets pushed back. Congratulations, Ash. Final clash between Tapu and Pikachu, and in the end Pikachu ends up being in danger. But then Ash, just like in episode 2 of XY, jumps off to rescue Pikachu, and in the end they both got rescued by a badass Pokemon. And before the episode ends, Ash promises Tapu to get stronger next time. So that's the end of the episode, and without any more hesitation, let's get right into the ratings. What can I say about the story? I will be honest, I didn't like the story in today's episode, because the story was, first of all, way too obvious. There was no real surprise, the result of the battle was obvious right from the start, and even the fact that Ash and Pikachu would show improvement wasn't surprising at all, because this foreshadowed glowing indicated that something special will happen with Ash and Pikachu, which in the end led to both showing how much they improved. The second big problem in today's episode was how they reused certain concepts of past episodes or even seasons. Just like in episode 10, the Grand Trial, Ash reused the same running around with speed tactic which helped him to defeat Hala to gain a victory against Kapu-Kokeko. Really, Ash? You can do better. But the even bigger rehash of the past was the whole first part of Sophocles' Slice of Life BS. Let me describe it like this. He is an inventor specialized in electric Pokemon who helps Ash by inventing something to collect data so that Ash can improve the power he hasn't fully mastered yet. I will repeat. Inventor specialized in electric Pokemon helps Ash with invention to collect data so that Ash can improve the power he hasn't fully mastered yet. Where do we have seen that before? Again, this is not only the biggest problem of this episode, but the biggest problem of Sophocles in general. That no matter what he does, he will be marked as either useless or the second Clement, and this episode just made it more clear. Sorry Sophocles fans, but try your best to defend the guy. You could consider the Ash jumping off the cliff as a reuse factor as well, but in my opinion that's just a tribute, an homage to XY, and that Sun and Moon still respects the previous season. But that aside, the fact that this episode was too obvious combined with a horrible obvious first part unfortunately leads to a 5 out of 10. What can I say about the focus? The focus of this episode was intense electrifying training rematch with Kapu-Kokeko. The intense electrifying training of course refers to the first part of Ash and Pikachu awakening their potential during the running segment of the episode by training their body. The second part with the rematch is kinda bothering me because it states a rematch between Pikachu and Kapu-Kokeko, sadly without Rockruff or Rowlet, but if it really would have been a rematch, you would assume that Pikachu somewhat was on the same level as the deity, and at first it really seemed promising, with Pikachu dominating it with speed, but then the whole rematch turned out to be Kapu-Kokeko once again testing Ash and his Z-move. But because it would have been way too early for Ash and Pikachu to defeat the Tapu, which of course was obvious, I can't cut off that many points. But then again, I would have wished for this match to be a little bit more even for a longer amount of time. But in the end it turned out to be really obvious, so the match was overall not really that exciting. Which leads me to a scoring of 7 out of 10. What can I say about the animation? Although animation was solid as always, this time there wasn't anything blowing my mind. Sure, the Kapu-Kokeko movements were really cool to look at, same with Ash and Pikachu glowing, but besides that, the first part was typical Sun and Moon with some comedy and not really anything outstandingly good animated. Plus points for the XY episode 2 reference, and even looking at this situation frame by frame, the movements of this particular animation look nearly identical. Props to the animation team, 8 out of 10. So in the end, this episode scores a 6.66 out of 10 with the recommendation to watch it, but I would highly recommend to skip the first part because you don't want to watch Slice of Life Sophocles BS. Maybe only if you're a die-hard Sophocles fan. But anyway guys, I really hope you enjoyed this review just like always, and see you guys in the comment section down below. Bye guys!